The damage report is coming at you so soon. So soon. 1 hour and 13 minutes. But we have the pre-show to look forward to first. And in addition to that, we have a first-time sort of surprise to look forward to. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Also, in 12 minutes, the watch list goes live. So I know I'm starting the pre-show closer to the 50-minute mark than the 40-minute mark. I got to work on that, but it's tough. Remember, I'm still trying to produce an entire show in the same, well, now less time, like 20 minutes less time. But very glad to be doing the pre-show. And we do have our headline story about the gas prices, which we will get to in just a minute. But I want to give people a little bit of time to show up. So if you could hit the like button, let people know that we're live, because notifications are absolute garbage and they don't actually work. So a few things I want to talk about before this. Hey, Roller Dragon, how's it going? I saw, weeks later, weirdly, Kim Kardashian is apologizing for her comment. Hey, May Money, how's it going? By the way, May Money, right over here, got your excerpt, been reading it. So the comments about get your fucking ass up and work, your stop, rise and grind, your stop being such a lazy ass comments that she made. And she apologized. She apologized by saying, I'm really sorry if it was received that way. It's like the number one rule of bad apologies, or of apologies, I guess, is don't say if. Because first of all, that that it was received that way. Like, it's not like you're still waiting to find out from them how they received it. You're apologizing because you know. So implying that there's ambiguity, how about this? This isn't even good, but it's better. I apologize for those who received it that way. That still sucks, but at least acknowledges that people definitely received it that way. Anyway, just if you're gonna do that, why apologize at all? Why do that? Anyway, a little more positive news. So there are these articles going around. Where is it? Okay. Politico actually has an article this morning about House Democrats, who are obviously very angry about what's going on with Clarence Thomas and Ginny Thomas, but they're not willing to go beyond, well, he should probably recuse himself to he should resign. Hey, Ray Turner, thank you. And I love that that's out there just as, no, some of them are already going past that. AOC is going past that, tweeting, Clarence Thomas should resign. It's pretty unambiguous, I think. If not, his failure to disclose income from right-wing organizations, recuse himself from matters involving his wife, and his vote to block the January 6th Commission from key information must be investigated and could serve as grounds for impeachment. So I love that, like, Politico's like, well, there's this thing that they could do, but I don't think anyone's bold. AOC's like, shut up, I'm trying to call for that exact thing. She says, Congress must understand that a failure to hold Clarence Thomas accountable sends a loud, dangerous signal to the full court, Kavanaugh, Barrett, and the rest, that his acts are fair game. This is a tipping point. Inaction is a decision to erode and further delegitimize SCOTUS. And that is totally right. Look, the thing with Ginny Thomas, is that going to apply to a lot of them? No, probably not. But the shit with the money definitely does. Changing the ethical standards for recusal could apply to literally any of them. And not just the Republicans, by the way, the Democrats as well. And so look, our government does fuck all. Do I have hope that they're going to actually impeach Clarence Thomas? About as much at this point as that they're going to, that's funny, Andy, that they're going to expand the court. But could we at least put some fear into them? Get them to think about this? Get them to question when they decide to further erode the distinction between Supreme Court justice and active, member of the Republican Party, or the ability to monetize their position, whether directly individually for them or for their spouses, siblings, those sorts of things. Let's put a little bit of fear into them. And so I'm glad that Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is at least willing to do that. Okay, one or two more stories before we get to the headline thing, but I do want to let you know, today's Tuesday, right? You don't know who's co-hosting the Damage Report. Who do you think is co-hosting the Damage Report? First time. I want to see some guesses. As I do this next story, I'm going to give you a minute to guess. They've never co-hosted before. It's been a long time coming. Okay. This morning, Noam Chomsky. No, that would be cool actually. Jessica did. If you're talking about the Jessica, Rashad has done it many times. He's co-hosted so many times. Ben has co-hosted before. It is Abstract Dragon. No, Ravana has co-hosted before. Cody Johnson. No, that would actually be really good, but no, it hasn't happened. David Beckman would be good too. It hasn't. I do want to get Alonzo on. It's not Bernie or Jank or Brian Cohen. David Packman. Okay, a lot of these are Will Smith. I'm gonna tread carefully. A lot of these are perfectly reasonable. Ben Mank has definitely done it before. Gina Grad would be good. Oh, I miss Gina Grad. Hillary Clinton, funny. Anyway, okay, no more guesses. Your guesses are perfectly fine, but no. Nina Turner has. Mark Thompson has. Matt Damon, that's funny. No. I am shocked that none of you have gotten it. Farron Cousins. Farron Cousins is going to be on. We've done the main show, I believe, like a good while back. But he's obviously got his own show. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with him, so we're going to be breaking stuff down for the first time. Should be a lot of fun. KVL says, thanks for all you and the crew do. You're my daily dose of sanity and mental stimulation. Thank you. Stability and stimulation. That's me. I'm going to get a shirt. Stability and stimulation. That's a little bit unfortunate. Someone did guess that? Someone did say Farron? Okay, well, I apologize. Anyway, so Farron will be on in 1 hour and 6 minutes. So that's exciting. But anyway, Trump this morning called on Vladimir Putin to release dirt on the Biden family. Look, this sometimes the news, May Money, that's a great question. Jason's just been very busy, but Jason will be back on. We're still friends and everything. It's just, he's been really busy. That news could have been 2 or 3 years ago, couldn't it have? It could be the exact same thing. No, he's doing it now. It's some bullshit about money being given to Hunter Biden. This is not ethical what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. I wish that they would just lock up Hunter Biden, honestly. Just put him in jail for the rest of his life. It doesn't have any effect on my life, and that would have to disarm some of the conspiracy theories, right? I'm joking, obviously. I don't want him to be locked up. It's all bullshit. And he has no involvement with the White House. Again, the issues with the shit that Ivanka was doing, and Jared, and even Don Jr., considering his involvement on the campaign trail and all that shit. These are people that are directly involved with our government, or were when he was president. Hunter Biden's got fuck all to do with any of this. Anyway, but the idea that he would call for this, Putin is in the middle of a barbaric invasion. If we can, as a world, agree on who is the biggest villain internationally at a given time, it wasn't 6 months ago, he won't be in 6 months probably, it'd be him, but he's calling on that guy to provide help. Moondragon says, I love that Trump thinks Hunter is more relevant than his own children. 100%. 100%. Anyway, I want to go now to our headline stories. We only got a few more minutes. So understand the context for this is gas prices are high. That is an objective fact. And at the same, I pay $6 a gallon. And at the same time, Republicans believe this is the worst thing ever. And there is nothing that we shouldn't do to get those prices down. I mean, we shouldn't switch over to alternative energy. We shouldn't get people to drive cars that don't need gas. They won't do that. But supposedly, they want something to be done. But it turns out there are limits, as you'll see in this.
Well, Dr. Gorka, I've traveled almost 3,000 miles in my district just this past week, and I've been encouraging everyone that it may look like these swamp creatures are winning right now. It may look like defeat is knocking on every door. Certainly when you're paying for the fuel in your vehicle, I'm wondering if Biden's going to send us out $600 gas cards, for those of us that were working throughout all of this. Just kidding. I'm not advocating for a different kind of socialism. Well, Dr. Gorka,
okay. So that's the thing. I don't believe that Biden is likely to do that, but that is something that some politicians are talking about. In California, they're considering sending out $400 debit cards. Gavin Newsom is considering doing that. That will directly subsidize people who have had to continue driving, especially for work, in a time of high gas prices. So why are you so against that? She has been saying, and is even continuing to say now, that this is a devastating situation that's having a negative economic impact on so many Americans, which, by the way, she's right. For the first time ever, she's right. So what should we do? Don't help them. Don't help them because that would be socialism. Drill more, because that's a solution. You know, we drill a bunch. Takes what? Years for that to actually pay off in terms of additional fuel supplies. Internationally, by the way. Of course, they're never going to, it's not like we take it out and then we send that around the country. It just gets sold on the international market. And maybe that lowers the price a cent. Like, their solutions are not solutions to the problems that they say they want to solve. They are solutions to problems. And the problems are that some oil companies aren't making as much money as they'd like to. They're making tons of money. They're very profitable, but they could always make more. And you'll notice that their solutions would benefit certain industries. Now they say, everybody just, just believe us. We're gonna do this and someday that'll benefit you. Isn't that always the way? With the drill baby drill, with the tax cuts for the wealthy, it's always, no, this is like someday totally gonna help you. Wait. Who the fuck is it helping initially? Why is it that your solution automatically, necessarily helps the wealthy, the elites that you say you're against? And I'm a fucking side effect, if at all. And of course, in the case of tax cuts, it never actually materializes. But that's what they say. Why don't we try having us be the actual target of the fucking solution? And maybe, if there's a side effect, it helps the gas companies or the wealthy. Isn't that fucking weird? Hate the high gas prices, don't want to do fuck all to actually fix them. And so people continue to suffer. Because we gotta drive. I don't like Gavin Newsom, but the $400 certainly ain't gonna hurt. It's gonna be popular too. Anyway, unfortunately, we are out of time. Watch list is coming up. Jared Jackson's going live in just a few minutes. You can watch it at youtube.com/watchlisttyt or twitch.tv/tyt. And in 1 hour and 1 minute, Farron Cousins and I will be going live. We've got a bananas rundown for you, so you're not going to want to miss it. Hope to see you then. Bye for now.